Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, February 5th. We're looking at window traders market profile of the ES and NQ. Well, again, let's put things into perspective. What happened? Another positive day for the Bulls. They kicked ass on our little checklist sheet, 6-0 for both of them. Yesterday they had shutouts also. But I also wanted to put it into context in the bigger picture. For me, it's just still balance. The monthly and weekly is certainly balanced. I'm keeping the daily in balance. I don't have a problem if people are going to call the daily up. I don't have a problem with that, right? But I'm certainly calling it balance because I think the 31st day is a day we really have to take back. But we'll see as we go along the rest of this week. We go out with a price probe to the upside in ES, NQ, and Righty. That's the second one in a row for Righty. Yesterday's held in Righty. Righty gapped high today, filled the gap, but never got the base of the price probe. And they go out with a 9-wide POC and an afternoon pullback in H. NQ goes out with a double distribution day up, a 9-wide POC, and a price probe. ES goes out with a double distribution day, but only a 6-wide POC and a price probe. Monthly highs so far that we just put in on these pushes up. Again, the ranges are decent, okay? I don't have a problem with the ranges. The problem is with the volume. I mean, our range today, again, about 580 in ES, which is very nice. And in NQ, it was almost $6.50. The problem is the volume. SPY's volume right now is 27 million. Yesterday's volume was the lightest of the year at 33.4. We're going to probably do less than that. So that's an issue. But for now, at least we're still getting ranges. I had a decent day and 99.9% of it came in the morning. Okay? I actually, first two trades of the day were in ES. I front ran the overnight high. Now, I could have made more than I did. I made very small on it, but it did come in a little more. But I still made small on it. And then when ES came in, I took a long against half back in A period the first time, which paid. So I did nothing in NQ in A period because it just wasn't giving me anything. Nothing I was really thrilled about. Then I flipped to NQ. I took a short. I missed the when the news came out and they took out A's high. I did not get it in NQ, but I did get A's low when they took that out. So that was nice. So on a short. C period, even though we didn't take out the IB high, there was some nice ebb and flow longs in there. And then in D period, I did get the long to get the IB high and some more ebb and flow longs. Now, this is a little embarrassing. E period, I took a long in NQ and I lost money on it. I forgot where it wasn't. Believe me, it wasn't when it first started. It was when it was up here. I'm like, I forgot where I took it, but whatever. I didn't lose a lot on it. I lost like 8 points, but then obviously we went higher. Amazing to lose money on a long in E, right? And then in I period, I took a long to go back to our pocket at that point. So, and that was it. Everything else this afternoon was very, very weak. Volume, tempo-wise. Yes, M period did a nice job there late, but again, M period, I kind of steer out of it. I do want to say one other thing before we get to anything else. Even though the market, ES opened with unchanged value, NQ opened with a lower value. But NQ did go overlapping a lower. And obviously ES was. But once we started getting back inside of value, the odds of it trading to the other end of value were very good. And that's what it did in both ES and NQ. Not only that, once it got into M's range, the odds of it trading M's range is very good. We talk about that all the time. And that's what it did. So those are little roadmaps and little things that the profile gives you, okay? Along with firm reference points and destinations. So ES's high right now is 88.50. The price probe is 84.50. Single prints start at 66.25 and get filled at 58.50. And today's low is 29.50. SPY, today's high, 604.37. 603.97 is the base of the price probe. Single print started at 602.20 and get filled at 601.40. Actually, they have two sets. The second one is very small, 601.12 to 10. And today's low of 598.58. Now let's go to the charts, okay? So I'm just going to show you, again, the monthly and weekly are balanced. We know that. But I'm calling the daily balance too. Remember, I'm going to, really quick, when we went down on Monday, I said because I was still, because I had called the daily up, I called Monday balance. I said if we take out Monday's low, call down. Well, we never did that, obviously. So it just stayed in balance for me. Now, some people might have called this down if they were calling this balance. Again, I don't have a problem with that. And then, yes, they would have firmly put them back to balance. Now, some people might be calling this up now. Again, I don't have a problem with that. But this whole mess here has to be resolved. We talk about that a lot. Now, I'm not going to ignore the fact if we start one time in 3 or 4 days, but we could potentially do that without taking out the 31st high. So yeah, you'd be one time framing up for 4 days, but you're still having trouble getting above that 31st high, which is where the market sold off from last Friday. So those are just things to keep in mind as we look at this. It's a very subjective thing. It's not an art. It's a science. So again, unless you're calling the daily down now, and I'd say, nah, I don't think you can call it that. Whether you call it up or balance doesn't really matter. Horrible volume. Again, 27 million. Hopefully we're going to get that going to get some longer term money in this market on either side of it. Hope you had a good day trading. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Enjoy your evening, and we will speak prior to the opening tomorrow.